They called it Bad Friday. But what happened in Jamaica in 1963 wasn't just bad, it was deliberate silence. Just 1 year after independence, the government turned its focus not on crime, but on culture, on Rastafari, on youth who wore locks, spoke of Africa, and refused to bow. This is OneDropFacts, where we keep it real, keep it roots, and share the stories like we're sitting down together. Ready? Let's roll. It started at Coral Gardens. A man named Rudolph Franklin, a Rasta farmer, had a land dispute. He was injured, jailed, and released, but the harassment didn't stop. On a Good Friday in 1963, things escalated. A confrontation sparked. By sunset, several people were gone, including Franklin himself, and that lit the match. The Prime Minister arrived on scene. His words? Bring them in, every single one. No trials, no names, just locked hair equals target. Within hours, over 150 Rastafarians were picked up across the island. Most had no link to Coral Gardens. Many were elders. Some were just youths. All were treated like suspects because of how they looked, how they spoke, how they believed. They were processed with force. Some never spoke about it again. Survivors recall public humiliation, hair cut off, forced to kneel, pushed to the edge of what the body could handle. Jamaica was celebrating Easter, while its own citizens faced unspeakable treatment. But nobody said a word. 2 men were later sentenced, swiftly. The outcome was final, and the chapter was sealed. No books, no headlines, only whispers. But the community never forgot, and through reggae, the truth found rhythm. What couldn't be spoken was sung. What couldn't be printed echoed in basslines. This was music with memory, rebellion in harmony. In 2017, the government finally acknowledged what happened. An apology was issued. A reparations fund was created. Too late for many, but a signal that the truth can't stay buried forever. So next time someone calls reggae just music, tell them this. It came from struggle, from silence, from youth who stood tall in the face of judgment and refused to cut their culture to fit Babylon's mold.
To me, this wasn't just a moment in history, it was an attack on identity. In 1963, right after independence, Rastas were targeted across Jamaica, not for breaking laws, but for how they looked, what they believed, and the culture they carried. Coral Gardens was the spark. What followed was silence, arrests, and trauma, with no trials, no headlines. But reggae kept the memory alive. The basslines carried truth when no one else would. This is why reggae still matters, because it comes from struggle, and it still speaks for the unheard.
This is OneDropFacts, where the stories hit as hard as the basslines. No filters, no gossip, just history. Drop a heart in the comments if you feel it. One drop, one love. Stay groovy.